This is a man who loved equipment, loved technology, and was working with equipment and technology early in his life, and then kind of got steered towards working with musicians, and then later on in life managed to go back to working with machines where he had greater control.
What fascinated me was the scope of his studio and how he could change that equipment in ways that no one else had ever thought of doing.
He goes over to the Electronium and he starts playing with this thing, and this flood of sound comes out. And I'm thinking, holy cow, this is nothing like what anybody else is doing.
This thing would create music. You would flip a bunch of switches and this device would compose.
There was a period where there's no doubt he had developed the most sophisticated equipment in the world.
They all came and they all looked and they all listened to the Electronium, and then Berry Gordy ordered one.
And at some point, Gordy said, look, I'd like you to work for Motown. I want you to be head of electronic research and development.
It's very rare that you have like a combination, someone who is both a composer and technically skilled enough to make the machinery. Can you imagine Mozart making a violin?
He refers to the Electronium. He said, it's really a cockpit of dreams. And this is it. If you have this in your house, you're like Jean-Luc Picard on the Starship Enterprise. I would never go out.
He was a true artist in the sense he didn't want to let it go. It was always going to make it a little better. I'm going to change this. I want to add that. And it was never finished.
I guess it's the creative process which is most enjoyable. I could go on just experimenting and inventing and trying things for the rest of my life, just for the pure joy of making up things.